one of my money dials, the thing that I call it a money dial, I love spending on, is clothes. You will never see...
Now, your wife's a personal stylist, right?
She's a personal stylist, but I loved it before her, but I got a lot more sophisticated once she taught me what she does. And you will never see me wearing some big logo shirt. In fact, if I am successful, my clothes are for me, not for anyone else, and you will never know what brand I'm wearing. Yeah. Never. So as I became more interested in this area of life, it's funny because most of my readers, they follow me when it comes to psychology, careers, etc., but they think clothes are stupid and shallow. It's really funny. And so I get it, because when I was younger, I thought the same, but then I started to fall in love with the craft of like, who's making this? What's the artisan that's creating this sweater by hand? And as part of our honeymoon in Italy, we went to the factory of my favorite brand and saw the artisans creating it and kind of learned about where they come. They have a school there on the property. That to me represents when you truly love something. Like if somebody has 5 BMWs, to me, I don't get it. But to them, they're like, let me show you the torque in this BMW. Let me show you that I went to Germany to pick up my car and drive it on their track. They love beyond showing off. At a certain point, it's not about showing off. It's about finding the value in that thing for yourself.
Yeah, and it's finding the experience
Yes.
that resonates with you. Because I'm with you. Like for me, having 5 BMWs would do nothing. My Toyota's fine for me.
Yep.
Although I did I owned 2 Lexuses at one point back in my corporate
At the
days.
same time?
Yeah, same time. And a Land Rover. And there was nothing wrong with those cars. They were really nice cars and they worked really well, but I didn't actually own them either. I was making the car payment on them every month, and that's a terrible strategy. I would never recommend ever having a car payment. I don't know if you talk about that at all in the book, but...
Listen, I have my own rules on money, and one of the things that I would encourage people to do is to create their own rules. So you can find mine online. It's on my Instagram account or everywhere. One of them is, I want to save 20 to 30% every year. And if I'm doing that, then I know that my expenses are basically being handled. Another one is that I want to pay in full for large purchases. A car, I want to be able to pay in full or go in there and pay in full. A trip, a honeymoon, a wedding, I have the money already saved up. I am definitely not going into debt. Then there were a couple of others that surprised people. One of them was marry the right person. I think that's probably the most important financial decision you can ever make. But remember, as I say, money's about living outside the spreadsheet. So yes, you can learn how to automate and invest and all this asset allocation. Yes, you should learn the technical stuff. Most people who complain about money have never spent one weekend reading anything about money. They're 45. Oh, boo-hoo, life is so tough. Oh, systematic inequality. All those things are true. But you never spent 48 hours reading anything about the most important complaint in your life. Get real. So that's one thing. Your relationship is critical. And then another thing is, I wrote a rule saying any flights over 4.5 hours, business class. Now, you might not agree. You might not care. You might think it's a waste of money, or you might not be able to afford it. Any of those things are fine. What I want everyone to do is to create their own point of view. I guarantee someone's going to say, go to this steak place once a month because it's so cool. Like, I don't care about that steak. That's not my thing. But if you love it and you can afford it, God bless. That's what I want everyone to do. Come up with your own point of view and be unapologetic about it.